we're live today. I have with me Raad Sheraz. He's the digital marketing strategist for WeDevs. Hello, Raad. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Robert, and thanks a lot for inviting me, and whoever is watching us. Very much welcome to this entire conversation. My name is Raad, and I work for WeDevs as a digital marketing specialist, strategist.
Nice. Thanks a lot. Before we start, a few items I'd like to point out. First of all, we are running our yearly Melapress security survey. There's a link in our description. If you haven't taken our survey, please do so. So basically, every year we run this survey. We ask a number of security questions, and based on the answers, it will help us basically understand the security state of WordPress websites. We will publish the results, and based on those, we'll also have live discussions, etc., to help, of course, the community and everyone who has a WordPress website, help them with keeping their website secure. We do these live sessions every Thursday at 4 p.m. Central European Time and at 11 Eastern Time. A quick, if you have any questions, you can ask us any questions during the live session. We'll answer them. If you are watching a recorded session, please feel free to send us your questions by email at questions@melapress.com, and we'll answer them during the next session. Another thing, next week there is WordCamp Europe, so we won't be live, but we'll still be airing a session. It's a recorded session, and we'll be airing that one. So you can still, if you won't be at WordCamp Europe, please feel free to join in. Raad, first question, will you be at WordCamp Europe?
Not actually, because it's going to be a vacation in here in our country, so I'm going to join there. So I'm definitely going to miss it.
Nice. Yeah, hopefully next year. Yeah, hopefully or some other time we'll meet maybe at some WordCamp. Good. So let's start for those who don't know you. Yes, introduce yourself. You work with WeDevs, but maybe can you tell us a bit about yourself, your career, and how you ended up working with WordPress?
All right. Thank you for your question. And first of all, before we start in, I would like to express my gratitude to the entire WordPress community for the 22nd anniversary of WordPress. It is a great achievement that a simple tool that are the backbone behind the internet right now. 43% above the internet are made by WordPress. What an achievement. What a really a great achievement.
Especially when you consider most of them are like volunteers. I mean, there's a lot of volunteering.
Yes, exactly. So gratitude to the entire community who built this thing to grow this up. So again, my name is Raad Sheraz, as I have said earlier. I work for WeDevs, and I especially work on the Dokan team. Dokan, the multi-vendor marketplace plugin, as I hope most of you know that, whoever work with multi-vendor plugin and e-commerce. So I look after the marketing side, and I work there for a bit of 3.5 years almost, and 2.5 years. And before that, I started my journey with WordPress back in 2019. I started my career with a little e-commerce site. I started to build it up, and then I found so many versatilities in WordPress, and I just jump in and work for it. Moreover, I make strategies. I look after the campaigns. I took after the clients, whoever using our product, and whoever wanted to purchase it. So I look after them all. So that's my journey to coming to the WordPress. Also, I have contributed in WordPress as well. I have attended 2 WordCamps. One was WordCamp Select, and back in 2013 and 2014. I also contribute to the meetups and the communities as well. So yes, it's almost 5 years that I'm here in WordPress.
Nice. And you actually have hands-on experience with e-commerce, because you said you used to run an e-commerce site, right?
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, that kind of brings me to the first question. E-commerce is being popular for the last few years. There are a few different solutions available out there. However, the most popular by far is WordPress. In your opinion, is there any reason why WordPress usually is the tool of choice when it comes to e-commerce?
Well, that's a great question. WordPress has gained massive popularity for its e-commerce due to several compelling reasons. Firstly, it's an open source platform, meaning you have the complete control over your data, right? And design and functionalities, everything, a level of freedom that SaaS solution can't offer. So there's no binding in it, right? So when combined with WooCommerce, WordPress transform into a highly customizable e-commerce engine. So another major factor, in my opinion, is its vast ecosystem. We have the access to thousands of themes, plugins, and the global community of developers. And this makes extremely easy to scale and adapt as your business grows, right? So WordPress is also incredibly SEO friendly. Like I said, that it has so many tools and plugins like Rank Math, Yoast. You can ensure your product listing and blog ranking and well on the search engine as well. So that's let's just say that if you want to publish a blog or in your e-commerce platform, or if you want to list any of the products, then there are so many tools in it. And let's not forget, WordPress supports as advanced customization using the page builders like Elementor and full code access, giving the developers unlimited freedom. So that's there where WordPress actually being so popular in e-commerce too.
Yeah, because it's open. A very good point. It's open source, so yeah, you have all the freedom, and there are so many tools. However, with many tools, there are also some issues. For example, like in your opinion, what are like the top 2 or 3 pain points that usually people experience when trying to build or running an e-commerce store using WordPress?
Excellent question. And I hope whoever wants to come in the e-commerce industry and whoever already in, they have faced or about to face this problem. So, and this is where the real world experience comes in. While WordPress is powerful, it does comes with some challenges also. So in my opinion, I would say that one of the common limitation is that WooCommerce is designed for single vendor setups by default, right? So this restrict the marketplace scalability. So if you want to build a marketplace, there is Dokan comes in, like I work in. So it extends the WooCommerce to support multiple vendors in their own dashboards, stores, earning, commissions, whatever it is fully fledged to the marketplace.
So the point of multi-vendor, is it like you want, for example, to create something like Shopify yourself, you want to host a service for vendors so they can open a store with you, or like what's exactly like the benefit of having a multi-vendor store?
All right. Oh, that's a great question too. So single vendor commerce actually gives you to earn in a specific niche, right? So if you have a something like a handicraft store or something like an electronic store, you can only sell electronic items or handicraft items. But there are so many things around the world you can sell from different part of the world. Like I say, if you want to build something like Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or Alibaba, AliExpress, there is why you're gonna need a multi-vendor solution. So multi-vendor marketplace actually gives you the flexibility to earn from part of the world, to sync some vendors in your marketplace, and the vendors is gonna sell. You don't have to worry about anything. They're gonna sell and you're gonna earn commission. So there's win-win situations for both the parties. So, and you don't have to handle the commissions as well if you have the Dokan multi-vendor plugin in it. So multi-vendor marketplace has a huge opportunity to grow and also earn from in a very short time.
Interesting. I've never. I thought multi-vendor as an advantage would be like hosting e-commerce stores for other vendors, but yeah, I've never. I didn't think that would be something like Amazon, for example, as in like in terms of concept. Good point, because you can sell, of course, as you said, like different vendors, different products, and different regions of the world. It's very interesting. let's assume someone would like to get started. Like in your opinion, like what is the basic framework, or what are the basic plugins one should get? I want to start. I don't know. I'm selling cards, greeting cards or something. Like from where should I get started? Okay, install WordPress for them, and what are at least the 5 must-have plugins to build my basic e-commerce store?
All right. So first of all, you're gonna need WooCommerce, no doubt. So
Yes.
if you want to build a store, WooCommerce is needed. And if you want to build a marketplace, then Dokan is the #1 choice for you. And if you say you're going to build a single vendor, then WooCommerce is good enough for you. Alongside with, you're going to need some SEO tools like RankMath or Yoast. Or you're going to need some good plugins to keep your site backup, like Draft Plus or something else. And what fence is going to need for security. And I think Melapress has some security plugins, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, we do. Actually, we do have W2FA, which is a two-factor authentication solution for ideally, of course, especially if you have WooCommerce, especially for the not for the customer. You can do it for the customers as well, depending on what data they have. But for the admin team, administrators, editors who manage your store, yes, you can add 2FA. And we also
and it's very necessary, to prevent the fraudulent activities.
Correct, yeah. And we also have WP Activity Log, which has specific sensors. So basically, I think like any other system, doesn't have to be WooCommerce, but any other system, you should have some sort of logging. And basically, Activity Log, WP Activity Log keeps a log of the changes that people do on your website, but also on WooCommerce, like if someone changed the product, changed some metadata from a product and stuff like that. So yeah, it does help. By the way, when we talk, it's good, of course, especially for people who are not familiar. Maybe they are just starting with e-commerce. When we talk about e-commerce, many people assume WooCommerce right away, which is, I must say, it is the biggest solution. But there are other solutions, right, in the WordPress ecosystem, let's put it this way, free solutions, right?
Yep, there are some more solution in it, but it's highly recommended that people can use it. And above that, all if they want to go beyond single store, they're gonna need a plugin which can handle their commissions, vendors, or everything else. So if they want to build a multi-vendor marketplace, I'm saying a lot of time, so much time that Dokan is going to help them in that. So it handles all the difficulties, from securities to vendor management, product management, shipping, and payment management. It has so many integrations, so many integration with the other partners, themes, and plugins. So you don't have to worry about anything else if you have that one plugin.
But that is specifically for multi-vendor. Let's stick a bit to the default. Let's talk a bit about the single vendor for now, for a second. It's important to point out, I think that there's WooCommerce, of course, which is the most popular solution, but there's also easy digital downloads. In all fairness, easy digital downloads is more targeted towards software sales, right? And it's not specifically.
Digital sales.
Yes. Right. Is there anything else? I think there used to be some other solutions, no, that compete with WooCommerce. Just again, it's not that, but it's good to mention them. People know what options there are out there.
I would say that yes, easy digital downloads and WooCommerce are good enough for it, but I haven't actually used for everything that much, so I cannot just recommend everyone that I haven't used it.
Yeah, no, I'm not recommending. I'm just mentioning of course, other solutions that there are. So yeah, whoever is listening and you're curious, WooCommerce and easy digital downloads are by far the most popular solutions, but exactly. I don't know the names right now, but for sure there are another at least 2 or 3 available options. The advantage, of course, that WooCommerce and easy digital downloads have, as Raad is saying, there are so many extensions for them that you can build a fully blown e-commerce solution, that automatically handles tax, invoicing, and stuff like that. You also mentioned a couple of times. I think you've written about it as well, about scalability and scaling up a WooCommerce store. So let's say I have a store, simple hosting, managed hosting, WooCommerce. I started selling, and yeah, and say I'm lucky. Say started going, increasing, and yeah, maybe I need to scale up. As in, like, yeah, maybe performance. The website is somehow slowing down a bit. Like, what are the first steps people usually need to take when it comes to scaling? So, what is the next step? My store is successful, but unfortunately, it's got a lot of traffic. It's slowing down. So, what should I do now?
Well, if the site slows down, there might be so much reason behind it. So I think you can use a plugin WP Rocket and or Lightspeed Cache for the performance and scalability. Like they can help you to generate your site to take it to the great speed. Also, if you just can optimize your store, like if you have a store built up with so many products and there might be so many images in it, so if you just can optimize those images and use some cache performance related plugins, as I've said that, then it gonna be a super fast. Also, if you are using some premium themes, so it's going to help you too. If you are just using some non-recommended plugin themes or anything else, that your site might get some problems in it. So yeah, that's it.
Can you explain a bit further, because especially for people who are, especially if they are new to e-commerce, like what do you mean by not recommended themes? Like, are there like some themes which maybe are not tailored for e-commerce, or like can you expand a bit on that one?
Definitely, there are some when people are new to WordPress, it is something they don't know about. As you can see, if you want to start your own store or something like that, you're gonna need a theme for that, definitely. So people actually goes for, sometimes they buy null plugins or themes which are highly dangerous for his site. Also, they use actually non-recommended themes, as I have said, like very unpopular, so much negative reviews on WP.org, and negative thoughts in the entire community as well. So that's sure you're not going to use. Also, solution like security plugins like WordFence, it actually gives you the notice before any security attacks or any malware injection or anything happened with the plugin or theme. It actually aware you. So if you see them rightly and build your store with the authentic plugin and the theme, then there will be no issue on your site, because there are a strong community behind every product who are looking after that, and you don't have to worry about anything else.
Okay, yeah, okay. Just to explain for maybe people who are kind of like not so familiar. So what you're saying, Rad, is like there are vendors like us or WeDevs, quite which, and we sell the plugins ourselves. We develop and sell our plugins. But yes, you can find what we call null versions of our plugins and correct versions of our plugins. So you can, I don't know, for one of our plugins like $139, you can buy. There are like websites where for $49 you can buy 100 plugins. And yeah, that basically what's happening here. Like, you are not
Let me say you a funny story. So people want to save $10 and they cost about 100 behind that. All right.
Yeah.
Whenever they install a null plugin, a non-recommended plugin from unauthorized seller, they actually cost their entire store or marketplace or e-commerce store into danger. Alongside everything he made, it might vanish in a seconds, or he might get attacked, or he might get infected by the viruses, or his site may be crashed in a seconds. So don't ever do that or use it.
Exactly. Yeah. The point is, like, when you use null plugins or themes, which basically are correct versions of original plugins, you are not guaranteed any particular security or particular support on the code. So you're just buying something that's like the black market. Let's put it this way, it's like the black market of software. Interesting. Okay, so we're mentioning all these things like not plugins, performance. It's good to know, like, since you work a lot in e-commerce, like, are typically, from your experience, are e-commerce stores managed by the owner directly, who might be a business person but might not be technical or familiar with WordPress? Or like, do you see maybe agencies who can help? Because like, if you are new and you don't know about what's not plugin performance and all of these things, like, isn't it maybe recommended to work with an agency? Or are there any agencies that focus or specialize in e-commerce?
Yeah, a really good question. So this varies by stage, actually. In the earlier stages, most of the store owners manage their stores themselves, handling everything from product uploads, order processing, and everything, right? As the traffic grows up, SKUs and complexities builds up, it becomes challenging managed by the owners only, right? So then you're gonna need a team, or you're gonna need the agencies. There's why agencies comes in. They handle SEOs, performance, tuning, advertising, and the custom development as well. So agencies benefit immensely from tools like Dokan, which allow them to pre-build multi-vendor solution, and the other shipping plugins, themes as well. So the agencies handle all the things, and they offer a high value, actually. So if you're just starting in, you can start on your own, because WordPress is so much easy to use, and other plugins that comes with it, that they are also user friendly as well. But whenever your orders grows up, your marketplace builds up, you're gonna need an agency or team, definitely.
Interesting. In fact, talk about agency and a bit more guidance to store owners. It's also important. I think we cannot talk about e-commerce without mentioning compliance. Based on your experience, like, I'm sure you've, apart from having your own e-commerce solution, because you work for a company that sells e-commerce solutions as well, or add-ons to e-commerce solutions. How often do you come across compliance, or how often do you come across sales vendors who are maybe compliant or aware about compliance? Like, is compliance a common topic, for example, in your industry, or how is it?
All right. Oh, that's a really critical question, actually. So whoever watching us in this live session, this is a very important part where we are in. So compliance is based on the area or the surveillance that you are selling your product or running your business. So legally, financially, and ethically, it is very critical. For example, there are so many compliance around the world, like GDPR. It ensures you manage personal data responsibly. As for example, if you're collecting data from your users, it is important to actually let your users know that you are maintaining the GDPR or CCPA compliance, so that your users might feel safe that their data is in safe hands. So you need to make sure that. Another compliance is PCI and DSS. This compliance is essential if you accept card payments, like whoever selling the tools, softwares, and digital products around the world, or any product via e-commerce, they actually accept card payments. So it's really important that you follow this compliance. And then comes the text compliance. It helps you to avoid legal issues, like plugins like Texture or Alvera can automate this. And then comes the accessibility standards like WCAG 2.1. It ensures that you're not excluding users for disabilities, right? So it's a free mixed world. Everyone can gain access to the product you built. And one thing you must include in your WooCommerce site or e-commerce site, that you must include a refund or return policies in it, because it boosts your customer trust and meet the legal standards. If you haven't actually built any of return or refund policies, make sure you make it correctly, and importantly, you make sure that it comes whenever an order has been placed, it comes with the email confirmation, so that users can actually see how they can ask for refund or return. So yeah, these are the, I think, the compliance you need to make sure before you starting your own e-commerce business.
Nice. Yeah, very good point. I just think to clarify a bit more, yes, like GDPR is European Union compliance. It's been developed by the European Union. It's basically ensures that client data is stored properly and securely. Yeah, PCI DSS is compliance, is a regulatory body for credit card payments, Visa, MasterCard, and all of those. It's good. It's important to point out that typically when you have a WooCommerce store or other stores, in most cases, unless you have your own payment gateway, which I know there are a few, but very rarely. Typically, people use things like Stripe, PayPal, and other services, third-party services. So it's important to point out that when you use any of these services need to be compliant. I mean, but compliance doesn't just cover the credit card and the transaction, it also covers a lot of other things. So it's very important, even though you are using a third party like Stripe or PayPal or Molly or something else, there's also some homework you need to do on your store to make sure that you are compliant. There's like logs, who accesses data, and stuff like that. Thanks.
Yeah,
Compliance
also, there are
infection.
email
Yeah.
marketing compliance as well. Suppose if
Sorry.
you want to sell in USA, there are some email marketing compliance as well, and the compliance comes with, if you want to sell in USA, if you want to sell in Europe, there are different compliances, and this is a so vast area you need to know, but make sure the user actually knows that. So I'm telling our audience that whoever you want to come in this industry, make sure you are handling this compliance with a very technical guy, and you know everything about it, so that no legal issues can be made with your platform.
Exactly. Yeah, compliance is very important. If you're running a business, it's definitely worth spending some money, getting someone who's technical / legal who can assist you to ensure you're doing your job correctly. Because even if something happens, at least you want to be covered, and you want to make sure it's also for your own business reputation. So it's very important. Before we jump to the next question and discuss the next point, a quick reminder about our yearly security survey, Melapress WordPress security survey. There's the link in the description below. If you haven't taken our survey yet, please take our survey. The more responses we get, the better overview we get of the state of WordPress websites, and the better we can help the community out there. Because once we publish the results, we're going to discuss them. We have sessions like this to discuss them, and we can see how what people are doing wrong, what people are doing right, and continue hopefully guiding people to build more secure websites. Okay, so we spoke about compliance. Now let's skip a bit about the e-commerce. Like, as you said, you specialize in e-commerce scalability and stuff. Like, can you share a few tips when it comes to improving conversions on a store?
Well, that's a cool question, actually. I love this area. So if you want to make sure your conversion are up to that mark, you're gonna need some basic setups. For example, you have a great store, you have so many vast of products, and you have an engaging looking site as well. But what you're gonna need is that next level is marketing. And to ensure that, you're gonna need some pretty great tool to include it. So first of all, you're gonna need to install some analytical or tracking tool in your site, because whenever you are going to start selling, people's gonna comes in and they will look after the product they need. One thing it is important that it might happen sometime that people comes in your site, but they didn't purchase the product. So if you have your tag manager installed in it, so you can arrange Google Analytics in it, and the tracker pixels from Facebook, and everything included in your site. So whenever a user comes in your site, visited a product but didn't purchase it, you can actually follow his footprints
I
by
think. Sorry, Raad, can you please go back a few sentences because I think you got disconnected.
will hunt them down. So it's gonna comes again
So,
and
sorry
again.
to interrupt you, Raad. You got disconnected for a bit. Can you please restart? Yeah, restart your answer. Start again, please.
All right. So as I was saying, so you're gonna need some analytical tool installed in your site so that you can actually retarget or retarget your users whenever they comes in your site if they didn't purchase any of your product. So you're gonna follow their footprints in the digital world wherever they goes. Like if they goes in Facebook, if they goes in Instagram, or they're searching something in Google, then you can actually run some retargeting ads to bring them back in your site and make them purchase, right? So you're gonna need some Facebook pixel integrated in your site, Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, everything. Make sure it is built in so you can just run some ads. So as I was saying, to scaling up your business, ads might not be the only option you can use, right? So you're gonna use some basic tips. For example, like if you use Cart Pulse or any plugin that is related to WooCommerce. For example, WeDevs has a cool plugin that is recently they have acquired a cool plugin that is named called Store Growth. It actually helps users to give FOMO in their sites. Suppose you have a user
Sorry to
comes in
interrupt.
your
Can you
site.
explain what FOMO for people who don't know?
Oh, FOMO means fear of missing out. So it can actually actually express the user that if you miss this product, it might not comes back again in this particular price. So for this kind of solution, we have a solution that is called Store Growth. It actually helped the store owners to give you like countdown notification, pop up, and something like BOGOs, everything, the every features you need to scale up or scale your business as well. Also, you're gonna need some cart abandon tool, so you can actually, if someone's make a make a product to a cart, make sure that they returns back. So if you use some cart abandon tools, you can email marketing them and give them a very good price. Suppose a product you're selling in $10, but the user didn't like it. Um, he somehow didn't buy it and goes out. But you have his email when he added it to the cart, so you can mail him back offering a $2 discount so that he feels special. He feels like, all right, oh, now I can purchase it. So you can play with your play back of the mind with the users, with your customers, so you can actually make them purchase. So these are the simple things you need to make sure your site has, so you can grow up big in your marketplace or in your store.
Interesting. Yeah, in fact, it's not the first time, even with these big websites. Sometimes you add a product to a cart. It's like, oh, I'll buy it tomorrow, or I'm not sure, whatever. And just a few minutes after, a few hours, you receive an email like, have you missed something? Like, this still in the checkout, you haven't completed your checkout, right? That is kind of like cart abandonment notifications. Yep. Yeah. Good. E-commerce, especially in the last few years, it's something that's been on. Yeah, e-commerce has been around for quite a few years, but in the last few years, maybe even pre-corona, like the idea of dropshipping is really increasing, it's really growing. So yeah, how has e-commerce evolved in the last 10 years, and what trends are you seeing? I mean, I know it's a bit difficult, but where we're heading in terms of e-commerce? Like what should we expect in the future?
Well, if you are an entrepreneur starting your career, I would like to say e-commerce is the number one market that you can cash in. It has a great potential, great opportunity waiting for you. Suppose back in 2015, the market size, if I say the market size was, for example, like 10 people were using an e-commerce site. But in 2015, 2025, it has emerged about 10 plus. So if back in 2015 there are 10 people, now 100 people are using it, and the market is growing up.
So it
And
means
there are so many.
it grew by 10 times, right? That's what you mean. The
Yep.
market.
More than that.
Interesting.
More than that. And the thing is, the cool thing is, the market size has gone larger. There are so many competitors in it, but it isn't stopping it. It's actually scaling day by day. So the thing is, how many people have comes into the industry? They haven't actually been loses any cash like the other businesses does, because e-commerce actually, you doesn't need anything like, for example, if I say, in my opinion, if you're using using a multi-vendor marketplace, you don't need to reserve the products or do anything like it. So hi, am I audible?
Yes, we're still listening. Yeah, that's fine.
Am I audible?
Yes, Raad. I
I
think
hope.
maybe you're not
Yes.
hearing it.
So
Yeah.
as I was saying, so you don't need any warehouses, or you don't need to backups or anything else. Just you need a site, you need some vendors, and you need some beautiful customers waiting for it. They're going to buy it, and you're going to get commission. So there no risk in it, and it has a great opportunity like it. If you see Amazon, people, if they want to buy something, they directly go into Amazon and search for it, and actually get a big discounted price. So why not you comes into this industry? Why not you build a platform like Amazon, and you get all the vendors comes in your site and start selling the product? So it is scaling day by day. It is, the market share is going higher and higher. And the investors, the most important thing, if you are looking for the investors, e-commerce is the ground or platform that investors are waiting for it. If you can pitch them rightly, if you can build a store or marketplace in any niche, like if you are selling pet products, if you are selling furniture in it, make sure you cover all the areas in it, so that in your country, in your area, you are the toppest seller in it. So there something need to be unique in your platform, so that people comes in and buys it. One more important thing is, you should gain trust on your marketplace or your e-commerce store, because the customer is going to upsell your products. The customer is going to uh, express the products by the word of mouth. So whatever you do the marketing, or whatever you do all the good things, it doesn't matter if the word of mouth doesn't work like that. So make sure you are using a good product in your site, and the customer feedbacks are coming back from it. If you can do that, then my brother, there is a great opportunity waiting for you.
Nice. So we're talking about optimization and all these opportunities. However, like just last week, I saw very interesting, I think this week on LinkedIn. So Google launched Gemini 2.5 AI, and they are literally taking over the whole e-commerce, isn't it? So instead of, let's say you're searching for a pair of shoes, instead of searching for a pair of shoes and you find you visit 3-4 different stores and you buy directly from them. You can actually buy directly from Google through Gemini. The checkout, everything is being handled by Google themselves. So you can optimize as much as you want your checkout and stuff like that because Google is handling that. What are your thoughts on AI and the way Google is heading, for example?
All right, so there's an interesting thing, as you can see nowadays. If you search something on Google, it actually comes with an AI overview on it.
Yes.
I think you have noticed it. And whoever watching us, make sure you search something on Google. In the earlier days, their rank was matters. Like if you're searching for like shoes, if you're searching for shoes, then there might be the top sites will be 1, 2, 3. You can go and check it out. But nowadays, it's not actually work like that. There comes, if you want to search like any shoes or any products using the Google search, so it's going to give you an AI overview, so you can just get the idea from it, so that you never left Google actually. So you can stay on the Google and get every information you need. So if I say for AI involvement, so it is the next generation move, and we are actually on the generation of AI. So every platform we use, everywhere we go, we can see there are some kind of implementation of AI, and it is growing day by day. And I'm sure that by end of this 2025 and starting of 2026, it will be the year of artificial intelligence. I believe that there will be no product in this world who will not be using AI. I'm sure every product, every SaaS product will be using AI by the end of 2025. So yes, this is the thing that you need to stay focused on. There are so many tools out there to help you grow and make sure your workforce is done greatly. Also, the AI tools will help you to enhance your performances and workflows as well, no doubt. One thing I missed out in the first question, Robert, I would like to add, very sorry about that. I missed a very crucial point about e-commerce, that if someone wants to build an e-commerce store and they want to start a business, make sure that they have taken mobile first experience. So nowadays, very few people actually goes with the desktop version, but they actually goes with mobile. So make sure that mobile commerce actually enabled in your place, and you can give a better experience to your users, so that everyone can buy from mobiles also.
Nice. Yeah, very, very good point. Yeah, just in case someone is new and not familiar, yeah, basically the way your website is displayed on a normal computer screen is different from the mobile, because of course you use the mobile, use your finger and stuff, while on the computer you have a bigger monitor and stuff. So yeah, there's this thing like you need to make sure your team, your e-commerce is mobile responsive. So when it's accessed via mobile, of course, people can still purchase. It's a very good point, because very, very good point, right? Yeah, nowadays most people, the majority of users, depends which website and what audience, but yeah, in general, mobile users are becoming much more common than computer desktop users. So it's very important to have a mobile responsive users. From my end, that's it. Did we miss something? Do you want to mention something before we close, Rad?
Well, first of all, it is great humbleness, and it is great to be in here with you, Robert. I actually love the entire session, and also whoever is watching us. I hope I have given you some kind of good things from the real life experience. If you want to come into the e-commerce platforms, or if you want to build a multi-vendor solution, if you're going to start the business, I hope this conversation might help you. So then again, make sure you brought the right product, the actual product, and make sure you didn't lose any money from going here and there. So also one more thing, you need to make sure that this is we are in the era of AI. So make sure you use the correct tool for the correct solutions, and you will be succeed in your business as well. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, Raad. Thanks for everyone. We have quite a few live viewers. Thank you everyone for joining in. A quick reminder, two things. First of all, please don't forget the Melapress security survey. You can find the link in the description below. And we do these live sessions every week at 4 p.m. on Thursday at 4 p.m. Central European Time or 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Next week, our team will be at WordCamp Europe. So if you are at WordCamp, please come and say hello. We will have a booth. And yeah, if you won't be at WordCamp, there we will stream a recorded session at the same time. Thank you very much, everyone. And yeah, we'll talk again next week. Thanks, Raad. Thank you.
Thanks again.